I remember watching the camping episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. You know, the episode where the iconic campfire song came from? Being written by Dan Povenmire, who many may recognize for co-writing the Disney series Phineas and Ferb and Maya Murphy's Law. Yeah, he wrote that song for the episode. But I recall seeing what appeared to be the original version of the episode when it first aired in the US back in April 3rd of 2004. Well, at least I think I did. Many factors could explain this, like I could have been sick or my memory is playing tricks on me, but I know what the title was. I remember the title reading Squid Gets Mauled. And not gonna lie, I still think that was a really dark title for a SpongeBob episode. And it sounds like it was a title ripped straight from a shock video. But I think curiosity drove me to watch it. The episode started off normally though. I will not be describing it at all to avoid spoiling it for those who somehow never watched it. Basically involves SpongeBob and Patrick basically dragging Squidward along on a camping trip he didn't want to take. However, when the sea bear appeared after Squidward did not believe in their existence, the animation style changed very slightly as if it was amateur and noticeably choppy, as if slapped together in a low-effort editor like the budget was completely cut mid-episode, if that makes sense. The bear didn't look like how it did in regular airings. This one looked too big, too bear-like, instead of being a fish with a bear head. This one was half bear and half fish. Now basically, it was just a bear with a fish tail, but its face, it looked like it was traced off a bear from real life. It looked like one, yes of course, but it had these hollow black pits with a faint white glow. It was demonic, with the mouth agape. I remember how intimidating it looked compared to the final one, but I remember how fast it happened. The scene cuts, and I didn't see all of it, but the bear lunged at Squidward. I knew he was hurt. SpongeBob and Patrick stopped what they were doing. The former panicked, and the latter rushed to help. I remember the scene showing some of the aftermath, with some of Squidward's blood. Just a little, it wasn't too extreme, luckily. Like, it was not like human blood or anything. It was like octopus blood, you know. He was clearly not dead, but he was certainly injured. For an episode of the show, that moment hit differently. I mean, nowadays, the show showing Squidward torture is nothing new, but I haven't seen many episodes like this. I just watch whatever airs on the channel, but nothing about this episode beyond this point was funny. It's like consequences existed in this episode for a moment, if that makes any sense. During this part, it was completely black, but I could hear SpongeBob talking to Patrick. I recall him saying, Pat, we need to get him to the hospital. Now. He's not responding. He's knocked unconscious. I don't know, something like that. Next, the episode cuts to the shot of the hospital from the outside, and then with Squidward sitting in his room, covered in bandages, and he was moving slowly every now and then. His mobility was very limited, like his limbs were injured just enough that he couldn't hold his clarinet as long as usual. SpongeBob and Patrick were there with him. The former hovered over him and said, Squidward, I'm really sorry. Seriously, I swear on Neptune. I'm sorry. I just wanted you to sit in the circle. This is my fault. Then Squidward cuts him off. SpongeBob, it's fine. You tried your best. I should have listened. This is my fault. Patrick gave a comforting nod to SpongeBob, and the yellow sponge smiled. Squidward gave a slight smile himself, as he scoots up a bit and allows the two to sit with him. Then the scene changed again, and they were at a diner, possibly to calm down after the incident. And this diner was basically the same one shown in the beginning of the episode. The next one, missing identity. SpongeBob was helping Squidward over to a booth. He didn't speak much, but he nodded faintly, and SpongeBob apologized again. But Squidward simply stated that he should have listened. He didn't snap, but I think I remember him becoming slightly frustrated by the constant apologies SpongeBob was making, or from his injuries, either the two. And I can understand both of them. It was probably both anyway. The scene clearly took place during the morning as the diner was serving breakfast, so I am pretty sure the attack and the hospital visit were yesterday, as they got some pancakes, eggs, and bacon alongside a cold Dr. Kelp. Patrick took a sip from his drink. He was giving some cheerful reassurance to both SpongeBob and Squidward that barely made any sense, but was comforting nonetheless. Squidward was struggling to eat his food, but SpongeBob helped balance his hand gently, being careful as he could, keeping the fork in his tentacles. Squidward felt seen, cared for, and supported. The episode then cuts to the credits and ends. I tried to look this up, even using the Encyclopedia SpongeBobia wiki for research, and then I found something. At the first part of the trivia of this episode inside general was Squid Gets Mauled. That was the other working title for the episode, but nothing I remembered was mentioned about it. Was it really that dark? Like, was I just sick during that day? Like, was I really sick that day? And imagined all of this? Or did this version exist? An alternate episode that was later changed to the episode we all know as the camping episode. I can't be sure. I don't even know if anyone remembers it. But the scenes I described were burned into my memory. But hey, I guess it's comforting that the episode was indeed called Squid Gets Mauled. But I still think about this episode. If anybody heard about this episode, let me know in the comments. I am not expecting to be believed at all. Heck, not even I believe myself, as this could have just been what my mind thought of at the time. And if I ever get information about this episode, or any images, I may come forward. But for now, there's no guarantee that I may return to this subject. Thanks for listening.